Hey, what's up, family? Pastor Jamal here. So I wanted to revisit something really quickly. I've talked about something like called inspired action. Faith is inspired action, which is absolutely true. I kind of connected Psalms 91, he who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Just really pointing out that that is an identity, that secret place is the image of Christ. And when we dwell there, then we get the rest of Psalms 91. But everything that hinges on dwelling there comes from inspired action. If God never told you anything or gave you anything to do or inspired you or gave you an inkling, in your spirit to do something, then you wouldn't move because you would know that you had to. So inspired action, again, it's a result of a nudging from God in whatever direction that looks like for you, but it's a result of the nudging of God. Now, I did want to say this. There are thousands of you, millions of you who understand the scripture, faith without works is dead. And I've heard that so much. Me and my wife had so many seasons where God was like, I need you to rest. And people were like, you're insane. There's no reason why you need to be sitting here and resting. So resting also is an inspired action too, because you're believing, you're depending on God to break through in this particular way of rest. But I wanted to say that those of you who believe that faith without works is dead, you're right. That's a true statement. But the difference is, or I should say, the danger in holding that particular belief is that you will believe or you will understand inspired action or faith without works is dead to mean that whatever you desire to do, you're going to go after it through faith, and that's going to be the breakthrough. That's going to be the reason why God blesses you. So the danger is that's not necessarily inspired action. And inspired action is a built muscle. You have to build that muscle, meaning you have to allow your trust and belief. What does the Bible say that they must believe that He is? So they must believe. I can't think of the scripture off mine, but you have to believe that God is before you receive. You have to believe that God is before you receive. So most of us in the beginning, we are trying to juggle our own desires, trying to distinguish, is this a God desire, or that's what we should be doing. But I think what we do is, because something doesn't look evil or look crooked, then if it's a desire within us, then we actually go for it, not realizing that that's not a God desire. That's not an inspired action. So most of us live from a place of kind of a false identity of the God faith. Now, faith is a principle. It don't matter if you believe in God or not. If you operate the principle, then you'll produce something. But the danger in that is you won't produce what God has for you. What does the Bible say? This it's only what we do for Christ that will last. Everything we do in our own power and our own strength, it has no sustainability for joy, peace, comfort. You know what I mean? The fruit. You know what I mean? So we have to recognize these things and we have to put them in their right place. So faith is good if it's God's faith. So today, tomorrow, whatever it is, think about the things that you desire and you've asked God for, but you haven't seen anything or you haven't heard anything. And the reason being is because if you're asking from a false faith, then God is not obligated to answer you. Now, what God will do, He'll throw little pebbles at your back so that you'll catch the turnaround. He's trying to get you to turn around, go in a different direction, so that you can start to line up with the heart of God and with the truth of God and with the mind of God, so that the things that He's truly put on your heart, they will start to break through because you're moving towards them in with inspired action. Woo! That's a mouthful. So pray it makes sense, people. Pastor Jamal, Rising Ground Church. I'll talk to you. Peace.